Welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn, to live your life on your own terms. You're welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn Academy. And today in this video, we are going to talk about the recent announcement or the recent Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report, which highlights how different uses of land affect and get affected by climate change. Now, this is the first time that IPCC has focused its attention solely on the land sector. Now, it's a part of series of special reports that IPCC is preparing for the sixth edition of its main report called Assessment Report, which will be released in 2022. Now, what is IPCC? Now, IPCC is a United Nations body for assessing the science related to climate change. It was created to provide policymakers with regular scientific assessment on climate change, its implications, and potential future risks, as well as to put forward adaptation and mitigation options. Its job is to assess already published scientific literature and update knowledge on climate change science. Now, how land is linked to climate change. Land use and changes in land use is closely related to climate change because land acts as both source as well as sink of carbon. Okay? Activities like agriculture and cattle rearing are major source of methane and nitrous oxide, both of which are hundred of times more dangerous than carbon dioxide as green gas. At the same time, soil, trees, plantation and forest absorb carbon dioxide for the natural process of photosynthesis, thus reducing the overall carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere. Therefore, large-scale land use changes like deforestation, urbanization, change in cropping pattern have direct impact on the overall emission of greenhouse gases. So you can see that all the things which we do on land has a very important and a major impact on greenhouse gases. Deforestation, urbanization, change in cropping pattern. This is all done by us, the human beings on earth, and this is how we affect the entire environment. Now you can see unmanaged lands release emissions, solar carbon and nutrients, agriculture, forestry. This is the carbon cycle through which the entire exchange of carbon dioxide between the land and the atmosphere happens. Land use patterns, forestry, agriculture, industry, climate impact, greenhouse emissions, global warming in turn impacts activities like agriculture. Now, which are the highlights of the report? Now, let's talk about what are the important observations from the report. Nearly 25% of all food produced is either lost or wasted. Now, this is very important. 25% of food is lost or wasted, and the decomposition of the waste release emissions. Now, this waste, which is 25% of the total food production, also releases emissions. If pre-production activities like cattle rearing and post-production activities like transport, energy and food processing are considered, then food production could contribute 37% of all greenhouse gas emissions every year. Now this is a very important figure. So if we consider production of food, it is nearly releasing 37% of all greenhouse gases. The land sector is net absorber of 6 billion tons of carbon dioxide every year. Around 25% of ice-free land was subjected to degradation due to human use. Land and ocean together absorb nearly 50% of greenhouse gas emitted every year through natural process in the carbon cycle. Now this is the carbon cycle. Nearly 50% of the greenhouse gases is absorbed by the land and the ocean. It's a very important observation. Now, so land and ocean are significant as carbon sinks. Afforestation, which means uh, growing forest, and reduction in deforestation are vital approaches in global strategy to combat climate change. Now, where lies the solution? The reduction in food wastage. We need to reduce the food wastage. How can food be less wasted? Obviously, by evolving and adapting measures and ways in which we can save food wastage by having proper storage, proper food production, and value addition methodology. Sustainable agriculture practices, shifting of dietary preference to include more plant based food that can reduce emission from the land sector up to 8 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent every year without affecting food security. So what is the role of India? India's action plan on climate change has very important component of forest. India has promised that it would create an additional carbon sink of around 2.5 billion to 3 billion tons by 2032 by increasing its forest cover and planting more trees. Now, this is very, very important. India, as a state, as a country, has a very important role to play, and giving a commitment to create 2.5 billion to 3 billion tons by year 2032 is one of the most significant contribution by a country towards reducing the greenhouse gases and protecting and preventing the earth from natural disasters. So I hope this video would have been really informative and you would have learned a lot of valuable information from this particular article. So if you like this video, you can press the like button, subscribe to my channel and share it on social media. Help us to spread education in this beautiful world. Thank you.